president of Frontline Men's Ministry, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about our organization. We're a 501c3, and we started back in 2002 with just a bunch of men coming together to pray. I think that's a good beginning. We've learned a long time ago that if our priorities are out of order, then the rest of everything else is out of order. And our priority is first our relationship with God. And we've developed from that almost like a mentorship of recognizing that some of us older men need to basically become mentors for the younger men. It started with some of just family members and nephews making bad choices, and I had a prayer partner named Joel Hickox that he and I would pray together, and we would share the problems of these young people in our families just making bad decisions. And pretty soon we just decided to start asking them to spend a little time with us, and that we would offer our time free of charge, and just to come and they could just pick our brains. And from that, Frontline Men's Ministry started growing. First by prayer and our relationship with God, and then starting to share what we got in prayer with younger people. From that, we developed several other ministries, and one of them from that mentorship was a men's luncheon that we do every Wednesday at noontime. And it started out at Cracker Barrel, and then it got too expensive, and then it went to my basement where we're making bologna sandwiches, and then it got too big for my basement, and now with the support of Christ Chapel Sportstown over off of Bass Road on Starcadia Drive, they've allowed us to use their grill to have a men's meeting every Wednesday. So men of several different denominations, and some men with no denomination, come every Wednesday at lunchtime, and we just break bread together, and we just share testimonies with each other, and we have a little bit of scripture teaching if someone gets hit with that. And but it's really just men coming together, and as iron sharpens iron, men sharpen men. From that, then several other ministries have developed. We started a prison ministry just by request, by coming and sharing our story. We've been going there now for 8 years over Baldwin State Prison. From that also, we developed a ministry in Haiti. And we started helping 2 different schools in Haiti over the last 6 or 8 years. And just recently, everyone knows about the earthquake and the devastation, and one of the 2 schools got completely devastated. And so we're in the process of rebuilding that school. And that ran into seeing what the real need in Haiti is, more than a school and a church, is it needs orphanages, because there's 1 million orphans in Haiti. And so our motive and our focus in Haiti is going after the orphans. James 1:27 says, pure and undefiled religion, and religion is defined as praise and worship, is coming to the distress of orphans and widows. And so I know from my own heart that the answer to Haiti is not building churches and buildings as much as it is getting the orphans off the streets and giving them a place to live. And over the next 15 to 20 years, by teaching the orphans godly biblical principles and mentorship again, we'll change Haiti. Not today, but over the next 15 to 20 years. I guess the third ministry that we go into is that we're starting to stretch out into a little bit is more street ministry, where we can go in and as men, we can start witnessing to people on the streets, and actually putting some of the men off the streets to work. And it always keeps going back to the number one problem in the world, in my opinion, number one problem in this country, number one problem in the churches and the communities is men. Men sitting on the sidelines, and just doing nothing, and wondering where our focus is and where our purpose is. And it goes back to what I originally said, and that's getting our focus back on our priorities. And our priority first is we got to know who we are as a son of a living God, who we are as men of God, who we are as the fathers of children and husbands of wives, and who we are as a mentor for other men. And when we get our focus right as to what our relationship and what our purpose is on this earth, the rest will take care of itself. But it always comes back to priority of first your relationship with God, and then your relationship with the community and your family. And you know, we really don't know how to serve our family and community without first knowing who our God is. And we've got the best example in Jesus Christ. He didn't come to this earth, even though he was king, he didn't come to this earth to have us, serve him. He came to serve us. And as we become the servant kings of our families and our community, the rest will take care of itself. Just for your information, know how to get in touch with us and how we can get in touch with you, the best way to do that is go to our website, flmmi.org. FrontlineMen'sMinistry.org. It's got all the information you need to contact us, and then we will get back in touch with you with telephone numbers, etc., and how we may serve you. So once again, flmmi.org, and thank you for listening.